We're going to jump right in today. Thank you all for coming back and watching again. This is so important because I was shocked. I don't know if many of you all have seen the recent information that's all over the internet and the news about Campbell's soup having bioengineered food products in it. And I was shocked, all right? You think, okay, you got a can of soup, all right? You think maybe some of their soups would have it in it. But I went through the store and the regular, the chunky, the this, and then I came home and I said, I don't have a lot of food products that are in cans or canned goods, but I have some. And there are a couple that I actually use, all right? Had no idea. And one of them, I even have a cooking video on my cooking channel, Cooking at Pam's Place, that I use French onion soup as a quick way to make onion soup, all right? Yes, it has bioengineered food products in it, all right? Now, you might say, well, what's the big deal on bioengineered foods? A lot of people are like, I don't care, I'm going to eat it anyway, all right? Well, I'm going to go over a quick little list here. The bioengineered food, first of all, is something that many people, like myself, would prefer to avoid. You don't know what the long-term health risk of it may be. That's one. Also, too, you want to kind of avoid herbicides like glyphosate that's commonly used on crops, all right? That's why it's so important that we grow our own. But some of these products really, really shocked me. And the main product that shocked me was this Progresso, all right? Now, I'm going to go over a list of some of the most common items that are bioengineered or have bioengineered food products in them. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and show you the back of some of these labels. These are just some that I actually already had in my cabinet, all right? Sometimes you look for the ingredients. We're taught to look for the ingredients. But what I want you all to see is that down here, right about there, which is below the ingredients, is where it says, and this one actually says, contains bioengineered food ingredients. The ingredients from corn and soy in this product come from genetically modified crops, all right? This is just chicken with wild rice. This one says the same thing right here. Contains bioengineered food product, which is below the ingredient list. And that's the main thing I want you all to see. Now, Progresso. Progresso is not Campbell's. It's their direct competition, all right? They have it a little bit more pronounced where it says contains bioengineered food ingredients right here, okay? That's where it says it at on this particular container. And this is Progresso. But now this, I had no idea that breadcrumbs, I can make my own breadcrumbs easily, all right? Put my own Italian seasoning in it or my own Pam's Prep seasoning in it, okay? Again, yes, this has a huge list of ingredients, but the label is down here, contains bioengineered food. So you read the ingredients thinking, okay, I've read the ingredients. Sometimes we don't go all the way to the bottom. And this is what I want you all to know. This is what I want you all to understand. Now, in reading the labels, we need to read the whole label, okay? And it's not just that. This is great value, okay? A Walmart brand. And here again, it says contains bioengineered ingredients right here on this label, okay? All of these Campbell soups say it, all right? Now we have a Hormel product. It says contains bioengineered food product. It is on the line between the red and the yellow. Is that by design or is that just where it fell? I don't know that answer, okay? But I know I would not have necessarily seen this, and here are the ingredients up here, all right? So we have to be diligent in reading the labels thoroughly. Now, cheese dip, okay? How many of us buy these type of cheese dips, all right? On this one, you have all your ingredients up here, all right? Then you have a little signage right there, and it's over here to the side. These things are easily not seen. It's over here to the side, but these are the ingredients right in this section, okay? So that just goes to tell you, I'm always preaching. Read the labels, read the labels, read the labels, and I am outdone, okay? Because I read labels. I read labels all the time. But apparently, I can read the whole label, all right? So, the most common bioengineered foods, aka what they call the big three. It's corn, which includes oil, syrup, starch, animal feed, and meal. All right? Cotton, which includes cottonseed oil and animal feed. Soybean, which includes oil, lectin, protein isolates, and animal feed. Okay? Now, here is a list of other bioengineered foods and ingredients, and some of these may surprise you. All right? These foods you want to start being more aware of, reading more labels. A few of them are actually whole foods, but that's where the crops come in at, and them spraying the crops. Sugar beet, which is used as granulated sugar. Canola for canola oil. Alfalfa for animal feed. Papaya, the whole fruit. Papaya, the whole fruit. Check your papaya. Because it's a whole fruit, where is the label? How would we know? Okay, that's my question. That's my question with that. Potatoes, the whole vegetable. Again, okay, if the potatoes are not in a bag and you're buying them from the bulk bin and you're just picking out your potatoes, where is the label? Where's the label? All right? Apples, the whole fruit. Arctic varieties. Now, what do they mean by Arctic varieties? Have you ever bought an apple and you cut that apple and it did not brown, and you said to yourself, oh, I got me a good apple now. Check this out. This is a good apple. It's not even turning brown. Now you know why. Bioengineered. Probably been sprayed with something. Grown with something. I don't know that answer. Summer squash, the whole vegetable. Okay, all my squash lovers out there, sorry. Salmon, okay, specifically Aqua Advantage salmon, all right? Eggplant, specifically Bari, BT, Begun varieties. Pineapple, whole fruit with the pink flesh. So, I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of people recently talking about, oh, have you had the pink pineapple? Have you had the pineapple with the pink flesh? I don't want the pineapple with the pink flesh, all right? So that's just a list of common bioengineered foods and ingredients. I want you all to do me a huge favor and please share this video out, because everybody's talking about Campbell's. But you see, that's part of who I am. You tell me about one thing and my thought process is, okay, what else has it? If Campbell's soup has it, what other soups have it? All right? Now I keep a few canned goods because of an emergency. All right? No power, no this, no that. I can open up a can of soup and I don't even have to heat it up. All right? You just never know. Cans last 10 years. Some of these cans I've had for I don't know how long, just the ones I've shown you today, because they're in my pantry for stockpiling. All right? Just in case. Now, you wonder, how come you haven't noticed this before? The reason why you haven't noticed this before is because the law was passed in 2016 for them to have to put the labeling on products. However, it did not become mandatory until January of 2022. All right? What, 3 years ago? And so, because it has just become mandatory, we may all have some products that don't have it. We are also not necessarily accustomed to looking for it in absolutely everything. All right? But I'm gonna tell you something. These breadcrumbs right here, that let me know you need to check the whole label and everything. All right? But even in checking everything, the things like the papaya, the apples, the potatoes, to my knowledge, the bags might have it, but there are bins that have potatoes in them. They may not have labels. They're not individually labeled, okay? And unless there's a sign up in the store that said, potato bin, bioengineered, how would you know? All right? Back to growing your own. That's why I love my garden, the scaredy cat garden. And do I grow everything I eat? Absolutely not. But I do the best that I can, all right? So do me a favor and share this video out. And if you got anything out of it, give it a like. I just want to spread the word to as many people as possible, okay? I want people to be aware. I'm not always aware. I didn't know my breadcrumbs was bioengineered, all right? I didn't know that, all right? But as soon as I found out, I'm telling you all, I'm gonna spread the word. I'm gonna spread the word as if I can, all right? Because I just want to help people become more aware, okay? Awareness, and then from that point, as long as you are aware, then you can make the decision you want to make for you. If you're okay with it and you don't see anything wrong with it, have at it. But you've been told, okay? That's it. That's it. Knowledge is power, and so it helps us to make our decisions. Now, if I want to keep using those breadcrumbs, that's on me. I already know it's bioengineered. I don't care. I'm gonna use them if that's the choice I make. And that's what happens when we make each other aware. So please, please, please share the video out. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Let's get as many people subscribed as possible, because for every person that is subscribed, that person knows someone, okay? If 100,000 people are subscribed, that means there's a possibility that I can reach 2, 3, 4, or 500,000 people or more, because I know 5 people, you know 5 people, and if you share it, then that many more people will become aware, okay? So, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.